Ever wondered why people go on killing sprees?
Are you interested in exploring the paranormal?
Baffled by stories of previous lives?
Well, so are we.
In each episode, we'll be discussing the weird and wonderful stories of some truly confusing phenomenons and some horrific true crime cases.
Find us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and join us every Tuesday wherever you listen to your podcasts.
And be prepared to be totally and utterly perplexed.
Hey guys, it's Mary from Two Judgy Girls, and get ready for a new season of Hulu's original reality series, Vanderpump Villa. This season, Lisa moves Vanderpump Villa to an all-new castle in Italy, and Lisa is joined by the one and only Stassi Schroeder. To keep an eye on the new and returning staff, the elite staff will face scrutiny like never before as they work and play under one roof. New castle, new guests, and new drama. Season 2 of Vanderpump Villa is now streaming on Hulu.
Instacart is on a mission to have you not leave the couch this basketball season. Because between the pre-game rituals and the post-game interviews, it can be difficult to find time for everything else. So let Instacart take care of your game day snacks or weekly restocks and get delivery in as fast as 30 minutes. Because we hear it's bad luck to be hungry on game day. So download the Instacart app today and enjoy $0 delivery fees on your first 3 orders. Service fees apply for 3 orders in 14 days, excludes restaurants.
I can't tell you how often I hear, oh, I'm a little OCD. I like things neat. That's not OCD. I'm Howie Mandel, and I know this because I have OCD. Actual OCD causes relentless, unwanted thoughts. What if I did something terrible and forgot? What if I'm a bad person? Why am I thinking this terrible thing? It makes you question absolutely everything, and you'll do anything to feel better. OCD is debilitating, but it's also highly treatable with the right kind of therapy. Regular talk therapy doesn't cut it. OCD needs specialized therapy. That's why I want to tell you about NoCD. NoCD is the world's largest virtual therapy provider for OCD. Their licensed therapists provide specialized therapy virtually, and it's covered by insurance for over 155 million Americans. If you think you might be struggling with OCD, visit nocd.com to schedule a free 15-minute call and learn more. That's nocd.com.
Up in Smoke. I'm Jason Horton.
I'm Rebecca Lieb.
And this is Ghost Town.
When a colleague in 1959 challenged him to develop a tobacco and nicotine-free cigarette, a Hungarian-born chemist named Puzant Torigian got inspired. Torigian would spend the whole of his career engineering his own type of cigarette he hoped would change the world, or, at the very least, cure nicotine addiction. The cigarette's name was Bravo, and it was made entirely out of lettuce. Today on Ghost Town, the rise and fall of Puzant Torigian's delicious, nutritious, and bizarre lettuce cigarettes. As early as the mid-19th century, American investors have tried to make a good, cheap, effective tobacco replacement. But the search for an herbal blend that could replace tobacco really took off in the late 1940s. Around the same time, research started to create clear correlations between tobacco and lung cancer. In the early 1950s, Big Tobacco decided that if you can't beat 'em, join 'em, and flooded money into alternative tobacco research as well. Simultaneously, and known to you if you've ever watched Mad Men, tobacco companies also initiated separate campaigns insisting that cigarettes were safe and the research was bad. Enter Puzant Torigian in 1959. Born in Constantinople in 1922, his family immigrated to America in 1929. According to Atlas Obscura, Torigian served as a pharmacist in the Navy during World War II, then got a degree in pharmacology from Columbia University in 1949, after which he worked with a series of small pharmacy firms in New York. He later claimed that one of his mentors, Joseph Genovese, who managed a local drugstore chain, at one point challenged him to develop a safer cigarette. He saw a, quote, refreshingly simple, direct, and efficacious way to meet the challenge. Swap out tobacco and its nicotine for something else. But what was that something else? He tried kale, grape, cabbage, kohlrabi, spinach, carrot, peanut, tomato leaves, and sugar beet tops before finding that lettuce was best. Turigian deeply believed lettuce was especially close to tobacco in look and taste, and wouldn't create many, not none, but not many, harmful byproducts. Turigian did some more testing, took his idea to inventors, and in 1965, Bravo, a tobacco and nicotine-free cigarette, was born. Quote, "If you can't give up smoking, give up nicotine," read the jingle in a 1966 ad in the St. Louis Post-Dispatch. Smoke Bravo. The lettuce cigarette was officially on. Bravo opened a factory in Hereford, Texas, hired around 200 workers, and started churning out 90,000 packs a month. A bold first move, but at that time there were really no products to help people quit smoking, only to start and continue and continue. Turigian was so confident he'd found, quote, the answer to the global smoking problem that he appeared before a 1967 Senate Commerce Committee hearing on the development of safer cigarettes to declare, quote, with some pride that such a product has been achieved. But by 1969, Bravo might have been an answer, but it wasn't the answer the public was looking for. The company defaulted on loan payments, and by 1972, it was in bankruptcy. It might have been the marketing. After all, he was going head-to-head with a massive industry, tobacco, or the copious production, or logistics, or bad business partners. But it also might have been that Bravos were shitty. They smelled bad and tasted even worse. According to Atlas Obscura, people who tried them said they were worse than, quote, coffee grounds in a newspaper wrapper and akin to, quote, smoking old socks. Even after he lost his life savings on Bravo, Turigian kept obsessively tinkering to find the perfect cigarette alternative. After the death of Bravo, he moved to Malaysia to help establish and manage a drug manufacturing plant, then took over and expanded his family's lab. He officially retired in 1984, but experimented with startups like an early online nutritional counseling service and more. All the while, in his free time, he was patenting new drying and curing racks, new enzymatic processing solutions, and other new approaches to make a Bravo 2.0 an actual success. In the 80s, the public was finally equipped with the knowledge that smoking was bad. In 1984, the first nicotine gum to help people quit smoking got approved, followed by a mix of nicotine replacement products. With a new outlook on nicotine and public health, Turigian felt like he had another opportunity to relaunch Bravo. So he did. According to Atlas Obscura again, Turigian found doctors willing to endorse it as a cessation method and included quitting strategy literature on his site and in bulk orders. He even came up with some creative messaging to combat the taste factor, which was, unfortunately, still pretty bad. Quote, as you know, it takes a few packs to become accustomed to any new brand, one Bravo ad reads. Accept the different taste. Enjoy a more pleasant aroma. The 90s Bravos were, again, somewhat better than their predecessor. The cigarettes contained nothing but lettuce, dried and cured to look like tobacco, processed into sheets, shredded, flavored with herbal extracts, and rolled up and boxed like any other cigarette. Bravo's marketing pretty much pushed the illusion that it was like a cigarette. In fact, one piece of advertising claimed that, quote, Bravo tastes, pretty close to a cigarette. But unfortunately, like many marketing campaigns, they were not exactly right or truthful. Bravo's cigarettes still tasted awful, and according to Wallace Pickworth, a prolific tobacco health effects researcher, their unpalatability limited their usefulness. Still, dozens of pharmacies sold Bravos across the U.S. until about 2010, so maybe Turigian's bad-tasting lettuce cigarettes did, in fact, help somebody. But also, unfortunately, some research also suggests that, while safer in some respects, lettuce releases certain heavy metals when smoked, and its own tars carry unique risks. So Bravo and other herbal smoking cessation products may have been arguably as dangerous as your garden variety cigarette.
Hey guys, it's Mary from Two Judgy Girls, and get ready for a new season of Hulu's original reality series, Vanderpump Villa. This season, Lisa moves Vanderpump Villa to an all-new castle in Italy, and Lisa is joined by the one and only Stassi Schroeder. To keep an eye on the new and returning staff, the elite staff will face scrutiny like never before as they work and play under one roof. New castle, new guests, and new drama. Season 2 of Vanderpump Villa is now streaming on Hulu.
This is Paige, the co-host of Giggly Squad. I use Uber Eats for everything, and I feel like people forget that you can truly order anything, especially living in New York City. It's why I love it. You can get Chinese food at any time of night, but it's not just for food. I order from CVS all the time. I'm always ordering from the grocery store. If a friend stops over, I have to order champagne. I also have this thing that whenever I travel, if I'm ever in a hotel room, I never feel like I'm missing something because I'll just Uber Eats it. The amount of times I've had to Uber Eats hair items like hairspray, deodorant, you name it, I've ordered it on Uber Eats. You can get grocery, alcohol, everyday essentials in addition to restaurants and food you love. So in other words, get almost anything with Uber Eats. Order now. For alcohol, you must be legal drinking age. Please enjoy responsibly. Product availability varies by region. See app for details.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever think about switching insurance companies to see if you could save some cash? Progressive makes it easy to see if you could save when you bundle your home and auto policies. Try it at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states.